Assalamu alaikum. I love it when verses are so on spot and pertain to situations in our current life. And these verses in Surah Al-Baqarah, I think we hear of them a lot, where Allah says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ, that Allah is saying that we are going to test you. Like matter of factly, we're going to test you with a little bit, بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ, like with fear, وَالْجُوعِ, hunger, ونقص من الأموال, and less wealth, والأنفس والثمرات, and crops and produce, things around you. SubhanAllah, we're seeing this right now. People are scared for their lives, for their health, there's scarcity, when you're at the grocery store, of everything, subhanAllah. And then Allah here says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, and give glad tidings to the patient. And how is He describing the sabirin? The sabirin here are those that إِذَا أَصَبَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ, that when this calamity comes to them, قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون, like it motivates them to say this word, إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون, we belong to Allah and we return to Him. This, when we see these things happening to us, the lines in grocery stores, the fear, people at hospitals, etc., the whole quarantining thing, this should call us to remember that we are all going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala universally. That's just a matter of fact. And then it also reminds me of another verse in Surah Al-An'am, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us the purpose of these tests. And this one in chapter 6, verse 42, Allah says, وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا إِلَىٰ أُمَمٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ فَأَخَذْنَاهُمْ بِالْبَأْسَاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَضَرَّعُونَ, that we have given people, communities before you, tests and trial, adversity, hardship, loss of health, etc., in order for them to have tadarru'. And tadarru' is the key here. In order for them to come back to Allah with humility, with humbleness, and to realize that we lack control. We don't have the capability of changing our lives 100% the way we want it to be. We're so kind of like in a delusion that like we think, we plan our schedules out to the T and all these things. But when now Allah is showing us, like, everything changed, our work schedule changed, school life changed, everything has changed. And لَعَلَّهُمْ, like perhaps, so they may يَتَضَرَّعُونَ. So our job now is to embody that tadarru'. And ask yourself, how are you coming back to Allah with humility? This is what it should call us to do. And the next verse says, فَلَوْلَا إِذْ جَاءَهُمْ بَأْسُنَا تَضَرَّعُوا. If only this had happened, if only they had embodied that tadarru', that humility. But وَلَكِنْ, some of them قَسَتْ قُلُوبُهُم, that their hearts hardened. And you see this now, people are just hoarding toilet paper and all this stuff. Like, some people's hearts are just hard. And we ask Allah to protect us from that and to help us really embody that tadarru'. And you see now people helping each other, alhamdulillah, and you see Muslims wanting to increase their sisterhood, their brotherhood with each other, and see, hey, how can I help you? And I hope and pray that we are of those who pass this test with that sabr of saying inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un, to Allah we belong, to Him we return, and to embody the tadarru' of going back to Allah with humility, inshallah.